Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 build video. Today I want to show you the Ice Shards Sorcerer that I leveled up. So this is a second character that I leveled up. And yeah, I was using Ice Shards and it's pretty cool. It's really fun. Everything explodes in like frozen ice. And let's just get into it. So where to start? I think in this skill tree, and then we have Firebolt here as our, well, basic. We need to choose a basic. I hope they changed it someday, because we're not really using it, but more on that later. Sorry about that. And then of course 5 into Ice Shards together with Enhanced and Greater. I really like this more, and we don't need the vulnerability coming from here because we're also using Frozen Orb as an enchantment and we are maxing it out. So it also gives us damage with Enhanced and Greater to apply vulnerable. And of course Elemental Dominance for more damage, and then we have all the defensive skills as usual, as most often let's say, and no enhancements though in Flame Shield or Teleport. And for Ice Armor we have Mystical Ice Armor because it gives us increased damage to frozen enemies. Glass Cannon, 1 to Elemental Attunement is enough. Lucky hit chance, and then we have Align the Elements. 2 out of 3, I guess I had 1 point left over, and then Mana Shield and Protection. Nothing into mastery skills, and then all the cold passives right here. And we got ourselves some unstable currents. This is like a flex spot. If you like it, you can use it. If you don't, you can use like ice blades or whatever you want. I like it because the game plan against bosses is stagger them and then go nuts when they're staggered. That's when we use unstable currents to have more attack speed. And then I got Avalanche. You can also use Isus because it works when you use the Firebolt enchantment, but like it's a bit, I don't know, it's bleeding into like using fire, and I just want to be a mostly pure frost. Unstable currents is not doing damage, so there you go. As for the aspects, we got Crowded Sage right here. I guess I just changed this to something else over time. I actually don't have the highest roll right here. I just saw, but I don't really need Crowded Sage here. So now it's better. Now we heal for 90%. What is nice is Concussive Strikes because we have a decent amount of lucky hit and it's just more damage. Then we have Frozen Orbit. The Eyesight Brace are really nice because enemies that are killed by Frozen have a chance to unleash Frost Nova, which is really good against trash. And you may have noticed we have tempered the lucky hit to freeze on all of them. So that means we don't really need many Frost Novas. Frost Nova is nice, of course, but this procs pretty often with the lucky hit, and we have enchantments, Ice Shards, and Frozen Orb. So our Ice Shards launch when the enemies are frozen. Then here on the boots, I believe you can also have the lucky hit to freeze. I'm not sure, but I have Frost Nova size because they're like old boots. I need to still change. I have better ones in terms of stats because we want some mana per second. We want intelligence, of course, and this is yet to be found on some of these pieces here. Like the mana per second is still missing. Then I have a wand for more lucky hit chance. Usually like intelligence, max life, crit strike damage. And then lucky hit to deal poison damage. Why is that? Because we're using Tal Rushers, which gives me 15% multiplicative damage if I use a different type of element. And poison is an element, so this can stack the Tal Rushers buff. So we're always on 4 stacks together with this one which does fire damage. Because as I mentioned earlier, we don't have the Fireball enchantment. We could trigger it with Flame Shield, but it's a bit iffy. You have to stand close, and then it's not doing much damage, not always, and only very close. So this is way more convenient, but maybe not the optimal way. We'll see. And yeah, Ice Shards Pierce right here. We have the lucky hit when barrier. Then this one is my greatest find ever. It's the first free greater affix item that I found in, I don't know, days of real playtime, like not days of play, so days of real playtime. How much playtime does this guy have? 16 hours only, but I also have the Flamethrower Sorcerers, of course, with like, I don't know, 3 days played or something. And even the temper didn't break. It's not super great on the roads, but it's decent. It's good. And I just realized I have the wrong aspect here, but because I never put the aspect, I was so excited about the item and I never put the right aspect. So there's actually room for improvement. No, I'm a professional. Don't worry, don't worry. And I do have a build planner. I will link it in the description so you can check it out. And actually, this is like way or less a flex spot, but I believe they what was it called? The aspect. I think they fixed it now with the last update. And we're gonna use. You can use shredding blades or. Where is it? Stormswell. I think they fixed Stormswell now. Let's use Stormswell. And there you go. And I now remember what I wanted here. I wanted ever living. I take less damage from contra vulnerable enemies. And yeah, so we got Stormswell right here. There's also like threading blades is also nice. Accelerating aspect we don't have right now. Actually, accelerating aspect could also be put here. If you crit strike, your attack speed is higher. My problem is I still have a somewhat problem with mana because I'm lacking mana per second on these two pieces. So if you have mana per second here, then you might go for accelerating aspect, so you have more attack speed, so you can shoot more ice shards. Then Tarashas, as I mentioned, loop of control. Enemies are often frozen, so we do a lot more damage here. And then frozen memories for avalanche. Coming up to the Paragon boards, let's start here. We have Winter. Then we have Enchantment Master, which you know is mostly only for the Frozen Orb enchantment because the Ice Shards enchantment doesn't really improve. It's just, you know, Ice Shards shoot when enemies are frozen. It cannot be 20% stronger. It is what it is. Then we got Unleash here. We got Frigid Fate, the max bonus. We got Exploit. We got Reinforced on the Elemental Summoner board. We're not picking this, of course. But the Elemental Summoner board is nice because you can pick some non-physical damage right here on this edge. And we got the Icefall board with Destruction. And we got the Control Glyph on the Burning Instinct board just to go here. And also this one is pretty nice because I was lacking some armor. Maybe you saw it. We're still a little bit off. We're like 100, not even 100 armor off. I have total armor on these two. I actually, yeah, I need to see. I guess if I master work them further, then the problem resolve itself. So, yeah. There you go. This is the build. This is the build. Oh, we have a lot of great affix right here. Nice. Oh, here it is. This could be our new piece. 6 mana per second. Yeah. And then we reroll impairment reduction to intelligence and we're good to go. We're losing a bit of max life, but we actually have a lot. We have 28,000. And let's go. I can comfortably farm tier 40. I'm just gonna do that now for the showcase. I can push higher. Highest that I pushed here was with my Incinerate Sorc. So if you want to know what that build is, there's a link in the description below on the Incinerate Flamethrower Sorc. Very, very fun. But now just to showcase, we're gonna go in the tier 40. And this build, as most of the Sorc builds, excels at trash, of course, but bosses is also not a big problem. It's just a different strategy. You want to have them staggered and then unleash hell on them. So having a barrier makes Ice Shards always ricochet. And we get barrier when we use cooldowns. That's why you will see me using some of these cooldowns like voluntarily. Ice barrier being the best, of course. Where's the... And this is not a problem. I guess with the new Stormswell aspect, we're doing way more damage. Can't believe I forgot to put in an aspect there. On my 3 GA 3 Greater Affix Amulet. My proudest item. Just dropped in the pit, by the way, like pit 40 or something. I was farming with this character, and then at the end, there it was. And it was beautiful. So if you get close to the enemies, which you don't need to, that's the difference with the Incinerate Sorc, then use Flame Shield, beyond discretion.
I need time to prepare that.
We can really keep our distance here, which is nice. It's easy breezy. Oh my god, this wall blocks everything. Ah, suppressor. Suppressor is of course annoying. And we can manage. And this is so much fun. And yeah, tier 40 may not be the highest, but then again, I can push this higher. I still need to optimize my gear, as you may have noticed. And then we can... I'm confident we can push this into near Variant tier, like at least tier 61 to farm everything. I haven't even Master Worked 8 out of 12 on, I think, anything yet. So there's a lot of room for improvement. It might even be stronger than the Incinerate Sorc, with a few tweaks. There's still debate around the skills. Something can be changed. Do I really want Pipe into Frozen Orb, or can I use it differently? Is the damage really there from the Frozen Orb or not? I think it is, because we're using all the stuff for Frozen Orb that enhances it. Whoops. A Spirit Call of us. And now we use...
I need time to prepare that.
I misused it a little bit because I need to have my Ice Barrier up when the enemy staggers. Because I do 15% more frost damage, and it's damage to frozen. And it is considered frozen when it's staggered, so my bad. That's nice that there are ads. Ads help us actually. And you can see our mana is not the greatest, especially against bosses. So the mana per second really comes in handy, so I probably wanna use this one. 6 mana per second, seems nice. Let's hope the tempering goes well. And yeah, there you go. That's the Ice Shard Sorcerer. I hope you like this one, and I may have an update down the road. This is a pretty young character, I guess. 16 hours played. Of course, I used some of the items that I found with my other sources. That's the advantage to having like 2 sorcerers. And but you can see, I mean, intelligence is only 1.5. I want to get that to like 2000 if I can. That's a lot of improvement, and it's very, very fun to play. So I can really recommend this to try it out if you want to play something different than Frozen Orb. I mean, Frozen Orb is incorporated here, but it's not the main skill. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it, and I see you in the next one. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.